Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival. We are in our 30th year. I'm Tanya June Moore, and I want to thank all of our volunteers. I'm going to keep thanking all of our volunteers because without them, this magic in Sedona doesn't happen. So thank you, all of you, from the parking attendants to the box office ticketers and everyone in between. We love you. And y'all, I got something for you. We have something that's very local. You're going to love this film. It's coming up. Their screeners at the end of this week, so I hope you have your tickets. Please introduce yourself in this film.
Hi, I'm Dawn Kish. I'm the director of TAD's Emerging World, Glen Canyon Exposed.
Y'all, it's about Glen Canyon and Lake Powell, and we have a trailer for you. So let's watch the trailer so you can see all the magic that we're talking about today.
Dear Tad, I'm writing to let you know that I'm borrowing your 1950s Crown Graphic 4x5 camera and I'm going to use it to expose Glen Canyon and its emergence from its watery tomb. My name is Dawn Kish and I'm a photographer like you. You don't know me, but I'm a big fan of your work. I feel like you are the Ansel Adams of Glen Canyon. In your book, Glen Canyon, Images of a Lost World, you can feel that this canyon is so dear to your heart and soul. You fought to save this landscape from Glen Canyon Dam, but unfortunately the canyon became a giant reservoir called Lake Powell. The lake is at its all-time historic low since the 1960s because of drought, human consumption, and climate change. But overall, we know Mother Nature has just taken over. When I heard the news, I was curious and wanted to know what was happening. I wanted to see Glen Canyon. The canyon I never got to experience except in photographs, books, and films. I wanted to see where you explored for over 10 years with your camera, and where you made the most beautiful images of this epic landscape. When I arrived at Hype Marina, I cried when I saw the mighty Colorado River flowing. I knew I had to document this historic moment and run with the returning river. Thank you for your inspiration and creativity in your camera. I'll let you know what develops. Your biggest fan, Dawn Kish.
I love this. Hey everybody. Girl, it hits me in the feels.
Good.
I love the earth. I mean, I hope we all do in some form or fashion, but this tells an incredible story, and it really, you reading the journal entries to Tad is just such a beautiful way to tell this story. Was this your original intent? Did somebody give you this idea?
Thanks. That's a great question. I got a little chills just watching my own trailer. I got a little teary too. Hope you did too.
I did.
That's my intent. This story is about the love for the land and love for art. It's an art advocacy film. And with that combination of writing letters, that to me was very heartfelt. So I kept a journal this whole time and through this process. And when I went back to look at the journals, I noticed I started writing to Tad. And I started talking to Tad in the cosmos and very Sedona.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, I was very, I wanted to do something very heartfelt, right? And so writing a letter just felt more heartfelt. And instead of an email to Tad.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I just started, the whole film is about that process.
it almost feels like you embody his spirit, and it's just a really beautiful way to share someone's love and then to watch it show up again in someone else
Yes.
decades later who still feels that same connection. Stories like this are what makes the Sedona Film Festival magical. We love the land here. That's
Yes.
why we live here.
Yes.
You have screenings coming up at the end of this week. Have you been to other festivals? You had other screenings?
The world premiere was at the Banff Film Festival,
Oh, excellent.
and the U.S. premiere was at the Telluride Mountain Film as well.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I am so curious to see the difference in audiences for you from those places to here. I love our audiences, and I just believe that you're really going to get some incredible questions, and I hope you're ready for the love that outpours for the story like this. You tell this story in a very indigenous way, like northern indigenous people's way. Was that the plan? I mean, your cadence and how you read the letter, was that your plan to begin with, or did it just come out naturally?
I don't think filmmaking, you try to make it natural. So I tried to just, like channel Tad as much as possible. I read his journals, and also Katie Lee's journals, and the We Three. So reading Tad's book, because I didn't know Tad, only through his work and through Katie Lee and through Frank Wright, the boatman. He also did journaling and photography as well. So the love they had for Glen Canyon was just pouring out, and so I was hoping it was just pouring out into me.
For sure.
There were many times where I was channeling Katie Lee for sure. I actually wrote a song about Glen Canyon.
Oh, nice.
And has the F word in it, because that's how she was. And so I just tried to channel as much as I could.
You did great.
Thank you so
It's
much.
a great film. Now, where can people keep up with you online and see where you're going to be next and all that good stuff?
I have been doing a few things on Facebook to just kind of promote this. I will be doing some Instagram as well, Don Kish Photo. And I feel like I should tell you that I'm doing a tour.
Yay.
Too, a TAD tour. I do these things called TAD Talks. And I
Clever, I like it.
Instead of TED Talks, TAD Talks. And so I'll do screenings and then do Q&A and talks and actually do like a little slideshow too of the more images. So this story keeps continuing. Like, I only scratched the surface when I did this film. By the time I started the project to the Banff world premiere, it was a year. And so, but the continuation of the fluctuations of the water level in Lake Powell, I still went back because it went down again. It came up and went down again. So when it went down again, I went back with an artist group. In this artist group, after our trip, we decided, let's do a tour. So now we're going to do a tour. We're going to hit Salt Lake, Moab, Glenwood Springs, and Flagstaff. I'm from Flagstaff, so we'll do one at the museum there on March 16th, if y'all are around.
Please be around.
You'll be able to see the screening there if you miss it here at the festival. An interesting thing from that trip, all the photos I have taken, except for Rainbow Bridge, are now underwater again.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That'll be interesting to see how the audience reacts to its reemergence and then being covered back up.
Yeah,
again.
I don't know how many times this is going to happen, but if this is it, if we are out of the drought, they're covered. All these photographs are covered up.
Well, I think our audiences are really going to take to this one like fish to water. And I can't wait to see the audience reaction and to talk to you later in the week about how you feel, if it's different than what you've experienced before.
I would love
So,
that.
audiences out there in Sedona, please don't let me down because you're amazing. And thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making this film. And I hope it gets out there for the world to see how incredible this place is. And maybe
you.
we can reverse a few things.
Thanks
Although
for
I know
having
there's a
me.
lot of people who love Blake Powell. Stay tuned. We'll be in the seat after lunch with some more incredible filmmakers. Our hashtag this year is SIF30, and I'll catch you on the next round.